create a folder called REST API. REST API. Hope REST API folder you created. In one folder, you should have a folder called REST API. Open CMD in the REST API. Open CMD in REST API. Okay, hope you open the CMD in the REST API. After that, we need to install something in that. We have installed already, but we'll verify once. If anything is missing, we will do that installation part. Okay, so these three things we need to do. In the REST API folder, open CMD, and in that, run this. In REST API folder, your CMD is open, and in that, you run this one. npm init. I have done already. We will do again. So if anyone has missed out last time, it will be cover up for them. npm init, enter. npm init, enter. It will ask to enter the package name. It will ask to enter the package name. No need to enter anything. Already suggesting on REST API the package name. Just press the enter key. It will ask the version 1.1.0.0. Yes, enter. Description, you can write my API. My REST API. My REST API. Enter.
सर ये प्रेस सी था, वहाँ पे कैसे करना है? प्रेस सी करके है ना वो वाला?
प्रेस 3
सी सर कुछ करके है ना?
प्रेस enter.
Okay.
Nothing to enter, continuous, keep pressing enter and enter.
Okay sir. Thank you sir.
Okay, so ready for everyone. Package.json file will be ready here. Then run this one. npm install Express and Mangoes. Just copy this. I think this is already installed. Okay, no problem. Let's copy this and run again. Here, npm install Express space Mongoose 𝕷𝖊𝖆𝖗𝖓𝖌-𝕰𝖝𝖕𝖗𝑑. Enter. Again, we need to install this also. The third one. That is called npm install safe development .environment as well as node mon. All three together. Complete. And let me know also in chat. If it is done, then we can move next. People used to do this in the REST API folder. 3 plus 2, 5 people. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'll wait for everyone. Okay, so hope done for everyone. Now let's come to your VS Code now. In REST API, you will see it will be ready like this. Then we have to create a folder called okay, so we need to create a folder called modules. In the REST API folder, create another folder called modules. MODULES, modules. Not modules, models, MODELS, models. Models, one folder. And one more folder called, one folder is called models, another folder called roots. ROUTES, roots. Models and roots. Models and roots. Create two folder. So what you are learning? You are learning how to create a REST API folder where you can create a REST API and you can communicate with the front end, as well as you can test also how to create a REST API. After creating, we can test directly using a REST client. No need to communicate with the React. Without React also we can test whether our API is working or not. And after that, you can give that REST API to anyone. They can implement it. The roots folder is ready, models folder is ready. In REST API, you create one file called myserver.js, myserver.js. The REST API, models, roots, then file name called myserver.js. Ready? Now let's make this my server ready. myserver.js file will make it functional. Remaining things we'll keep adding in this one by one. So we'll create one server.json file. We'll run it. It will communicate with the client. It will print something. Then from there onwards we can move ahead. Okay, but again when we create it, okay, right. So come in the beginning and import. Not import, we have to do require .env that we have installed today, .env .config .env.config. .env.config is not required because we will be using with the express. Remove that line. .env.config, we will see in the last stage how to see our API more, you can say, easy. So first, let it be commented here. It will confuse you why we have used, because it's not going to show direct output. So let's call here first const express. Const express require express. Because express we have already installed, we can import it easily. Now create const app equal to express. Like you are assigning the express to a variable, you are creating an object of a express, that is called app. Next, after that directly, we will come down and we will use app.use express.json. Express.json. When we will send the data from frontend to backend, we will send in the form of JSON. When we will send the data from backend to frontend, we will send in the form of JSON. So in that case, we need to get the update from the, or we need to make Express ready so that Express will be able to handle your JSON data. Next, the node will become as a backend and the React will be as a frontend. So between frontend to backend, when we do the communication, cross origin problems should not come. For that purpose, again, const CORS equal to require CORS. Okay, so we have already installed the cross origin. We called here CORS. Then app.use CORS. App.use CORS. So you imported the cross origin. After importing the cross origin, we assign the cross origin to app. So whenever we call the app will have a capability to handle the JSON data. App will have a capability to communicate from frontend to backend also. Client to server. Now in the last, we need to write call app.listen. Listen any port number. For example, 1122, comma, factorial function, console.log. The server is live now. The server is live now. Write it, then go to the REST API folder and run the node-mon space myserver.js. After writing, go to the REST API CMD node-mon space myserver.js. Oh, it shows the error. Waiting for changes. What is the error? CORS. Cannot find the module called CORS. CORS. Okay. Look like it was not installed. Maybe I have to install it. See, in case if it is throwing the error, no problem. We can go here and we can write again npm install CORS first. We can install again. npm install CORS. After that, I'll try to run my server.js file. You can see now it is saying server is live. Server is live. So in case if it was failure, you can run this command npm install CORS and then you try this node-mon space myserver.js and let us know also whether yours is working or not. It should show the server is live. It should show the server is live. I can share you this code also completely. Because few codes are always common, it will not change very frequently. According to need only, we have to modify that. Printed for everyone. Server is live. running for 2 more person. So 2, 3, 4. Anyone not working? If it is not working, go to that folder, install this express. Whoever is unable to execute, they should go to the REST API folder and open CMD. And in that, you need to run this command. If error, then what you should do? Open CMD in REST API folder. Then npm install, internet should be there, npm install express, npm install cors. Okay. After that, do this much. npm install express and npm install cors. Do this. And then again run this file, myserver.js. Then install and hope you tried. Then check working or not. So for Anita, reply has come. Note came. Very good. Chaitra reply. Karthik, what about you? Now I have given you the base instruction. Now installation you have to do. Install it properly, then it will happen. There is some problem. You are doing.
Two time I have done, sir. 2 time I have done, but same thing is coming, sir.
ये तो सबके लिए तो काम कर रहा है, बताइए.
Okay, sir. Again I should.
कुछ गलती किया होगा आपने. You have tried out of the folder में भी.
सर एक बार सर्वर 1.js करके डाला था तो नहीं आया, तो मैंने myserver.js डाल के किया तो भी नहीं आया, सर.
नहीं. Where you are running this command? In which folder?
REST API, sir.
REST API में तो सबने किया है.
नोट REST API करके सेव किया था, सर. उसी में सब करते हैं, सर.
फिर से ट्राई कीजिए, काम करेगा. There is no other way.
ओके सर।
नहीं तो आपके सिस्टम में कुछ कहाँ किया है आप मोड रिएक्ट रेस्ट किया है और क्या रन तबार करा आपने कमांड, इसलिए बोलता हूँ कुछ सिस्टम जुगाड़ कीजिए और कम से कम सिस्टम में लॉगिन करेंगे तो कुछ हेल्प मैं कर सकता हूँ।
ओके।
एटलीस्ट सिस्टम में कुछ मॉडिफिकेशन करके उसको रेडी करेंगे तो उसमें लॉगिन करेंगे तो मैं प्रॉब्लम फाइंड कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन हम मोबाइल में फोटो भेजेंगे मैं सिस्टम में बोलूंगा तो वर्कआउट नहीं होगा।
ओके सर, मैं करती हूँ सर।
आप एक बार फोटो भेजो, आप कहाँ कमांड रन किया, आप इसका फोटो कमांड भेजिए, सीएमडी का फोटो क्या रन किया, आप कैसे रन किया,
वो पेज कट करके सर फिर से करने जा रहे हैं,
कैसे रन कीजिए। Okay, so the server is live now. Next, what we have to do? Next remaining step. Remaining step. The next step is we have to communicate with the database. Okay, we have to communicate with the database, and we have to check whether database connection is happening or not. So let's come now. Okay, now go in this file, and at this place you write a command called db connection. db connection. db connection. So for that we have to write here const mongodb equal to require mongoose equal to require mongoose.
सर node my server dot js देंगे ना सर?
node my server dot js.
ओके सर।
बट आपके फोल्डर में रेस्ट एपीआई में ये सारा फोल्डर है, नोड मॉड्यूल्स है वहाँ पे?
हाँ सर, सब है।
Okay, mongoose equal to require mongoose. After that, come down below and mongoose dot connect. Below we have to write mongoose dot connection. Not connection, mongoose dot connect. Mongoose dot connect. Inside that, we have to give our database URL. We have to give our database URL here. Mongoose.connect. We have to give our database URL now. Database URL. We will give. Just put comma inside the curly bracket. Use new URL parser. Use small होगा. Use new URL. Use new URL parser. PARSER new URL parser :true. New URL parser :true. I hope we will not do the uppercase lowercase spelling mistake. Written. After that, open your compass, and in compass we have to find out that database connection line. In beginning there was a connection, you remember, it is here, localhost : the URL : your database name. What is our database name? Our database name is called shopping, right? Shopping. So go here and write inside shopping only, no, for everyone, SHOPPING shopping. So go here and write here the URL of your database: mongodb : localhost / your database name was called shopping. Database name was called shopping. The database name we have to give, that is here in here. Database name was called shopping. This one, the URL is showing on the top, no, title bar. Write the shopping URL we need to take. Which floor? Okay, so we can come and we can add database name called shopping. Database name called shopping. 𝕷𝖊𝖆𝖗𝖓𝖌, you can compare here. Name is called shopping. We can use the database. mongodb:/localhost/shopping. This is the address of your database. So now what will happen? mongoose.connect connection will happen to this database. Now below to that we will check. We will check below mongoose.connection. Mongoose.connection. Let's write below another line. const db equal to mongoose.connection. Mongoose.connection. Connection will be small only. mongoose.connection. 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 Now we will check below a condition db.on. db.on. Inside that, if the error, if it comes as an error, then if it comes as an error, then we have to capture the error and destructure it. console.log error. Console.log error. Like while connecting from database, if any error comes, we need to print that error. If there is no any connection, then if there is no any error, then we will write again db.on. If it return as a open, then again file row console.log database connection is established. Console.log database connection is established. Database connection is established. Save the file and we will see in console what is the output. Number one, it will say the server is live now, and another message should come, either error or it should come database connection is established. Or you can say database is connected. Database is connected. Database is connected. Database is connected. Save the file, look into the CMD. It is in the server is live now and database is connected. Please check, are you getting the similar line or something else? I will share you this much in the chat, which line we have written. Those lines are available in the chat. Then we can see here, we can write here a comment called db connection end. db connection end. Check and confirm also db connection established or not. This is the, you are creating the configuration of express course together. Here db connection is established. Then two messages will come, database is connected as well as the server is live. After saving that, if you go to your this one, call your CMD, you will see in the last two lines you print database is connected and live. Okay, so let's reply in the chat as well. For one person, something happened. Node mon crashing after saving the file. Next, same. Why node mon will crash? You can rerun once. Try rerunning. Node mon will crash. If error will be there, then crash will happen. Check this one. Stopping. This database have given the proper or not. Then you can check here your node mon is connected or not. This is the name of database. It should be the same. Database name is shopping. It should be there here. MongoDB localhost shopping. Whoever have written the code and crashing, share your code in chat. Complete code of this file. If it is a crashing, you can share this code in chat. Don't share the file, share only code. If one person send, others will wait. If one person is send, others will wait. Okay, now let me see. In my case, what happened? I will stop it and I will run it again. Node 1, my server, it is working here. That means code is correct. There is a problem in your system of installation part. Something is missing because of that. Okay, what is missing? Mongoose is missing. This code is from your system only. Okay, so what we will do is, whoever is crashing this, try run this command once. npm install express separate and mongo separate. If it is crashing, then in the REST API folder, run this command separate npm install install mongoose. Only run this command. npm install mongoose. Run only this command. And make sure you are already connected with the compass. You can see here. If I log out, and let me try here whether mine is happening or not. Still it is live. So that having no any relation from here. Try installing this compose mongoose. Try installing the mongoose once. After installation of mongoose, you can run this command. Node 1. Same error. Other also should check. Mongo server selection error. Mango server selection error. This line is working. db.on console.core error. Mongo's connection error. But why work in my system? Let me see here in the previous file if I have done anything extra in REST API. Nothing else is there. Environment file is there. Okay, let me have a look into this. Environment file, db path. This is just same thing. They are given directly here. Git init. env node models. Okay. Okay, no problem. This also can be a possibility. we will try it. Okay, env, then node modules. All the node modules will be able to. But this is for the git ignore. This is for the ignoring purpose. Modules, we have not made anything still. Okay, so it's getting requests for everyone. That is also a problem. Okay. Okay, so let's do that also. We can check. It may help or not help. It's look like that will not help. We see the next option is in REST API folder or environment variable is required. That's all. Okay. But my env is here. How it works there. Okay. Now come inside that folder. Create a file under the REST API only. Create a file called .env file name .env. Enter. Don't give any name, just write .env file name .env. Enter. This file becomes an environment variable. In that environment variable, what we need to add? Let me see. Nothing. In that only db path is there. This is not going to do anything. Okay. Let me add it there also. So go to the environment variable and add this line. It was there in your myserver.js file. It is written here, no, mongoose. Same line, copy and paste here under the myenv. This is especially to create the global variables that we can access throughout the project everywhere. But since that is not required, but let us say, always some new changes keep coming that may help us, or we will find out other solutions. So hope added db path, mongodb, localhost, it's my shopping. No? What is that? Shopping or my shopping? Shopping. We have called shopping. We can change here to shopping. Shopping given. Next, after this, next, what is the next step is? Next step is to come to our folder, db version, mongodb, mongoose. We can check this also, shell version. Okay, but this is the next step. If it's not happen, npm install mongodb. It was already installed in the beginning. Okay, if not, then we can try again this. We'll see. Now come to your file, myserver.js file. Just enable this line. Tab environment.config. This is for those purpose. The variable you have created here in environment variable and db path we created a constant. This db path, when we want database connection, we can call this db path in this file for that purpose. That is not going to make any concept for db connection. But let's add it, and I hope that should not fix the problem. Added. Check on CMD. Any changes? Okay, same error. Let it be. Now let's execute this command in this folder. Then we'll go for this path, and we'll see this environment, this path is set up or not. Run this command first. npm install mongodb. Here in the, you can stop this server for some time. Control C. Okay. npm install mongodb. We will try. After trying again, we'll start the server and we'll see. If not happen, then we'll check that path. npm install mongodb. We are installing the mongodb in current folder using npm install command. Install it. After installation, again do the node on my server and see any changes. Work for anyone? After running this npm mongodb, run again node mon server one dot my server.js and check still error. If say yes no, then we can go for the next solution. Port number changes. Try this also. If the port number change is working, not port number, the IP address. In this port number and then try mongoose.connect mongodb colon / 0.0.0.0 port and 0 27017. Instead of localhost, use this. Yeah, instead of localhost, use that 0.0.0. Instead of localhost, you can use the IP address also. Okay. Instead of localhost, you can use IP address also. Check if running with IP, then we can move next. If localhost will be busy on different port number, it may not connect. Okay, working then. Let's go next. Database connection is ready, and after that, this dev.config you don't need. You can comment it. It was not required. IP address was helpful.
So sir, why is it that when we write localhost it's not working, but when we are writing 0.0.0 it's working?
Maybe in the system localhost will be busy in some other server. Because of that, if one address is busy, the same address will not work for other server. So if you change the address, then it will work. Okay, so next come to the next file. So this file is ready. Next we need to go to the modules files. Models file, not in model file, model file. In model file, we have to create one file called, in model file, we will create a file called user.js. Okay, user.js. User.js, create a file in model folder, user.js. In user.js file, you have to import that one line you have written here, mongo.required, correct? So this line you can copy and add here again in user folder. User file, not folder. User file. Next, after that, come down. That day, if you have remember, we have opened the Mongo Compass, and after that, we created the database. We created the database shopping, and under shopping, we created a collection that is called table. Right? So we went here manually and we created the table directly in the GUI. But now, in the same database, you are going to create a table. That table structure we need to define under this file, user.js file. Under the user.js file, what we need to define? A structure of user table. What should be the structure of user table? What are the columns are required? So in this, if I look here, product table. In product table, we have ID, pname, price, QTY, as well as details. This column, we have given the value directly, and after that, MongoDB has created the column name with a specific data type and all. Now, what we have to do, we have to create a schema. That is nothing but you are going to write the definition of the table. In the table, what will be the column name and what will be the data type? What are the columns and what are the data type? Right? That we are going to write the definition of a table, a structure of the table. Okay, under this file that is called user. So you will write inside. A const user table structure. User table structure equal to new. User table structure is a variable. It can be anything. New mongoose dot schema. Mongoose dot schema. Inside curly bracket, open and close, and come down. A schema is nothing but it defines the structure of the table. What are the column and all you are going to write. So for user, we require a column called full name, and it will be of type. It will be of type a string. It will be of type a string, and this field will be required. Required in the sense whenever we add a new user, we must have to pass the value of this column. So required is a true represent. Whenever you will enter a user details, name field will be compulsory. Exact copy the same, paste below, Core field we will add full name, age, mobile, and education. So age is string is okay. Mobile number will be number. It will be as a number. This is also required. Education string, this is also required. If required false, then it will be optional. If true, then it is required. Next, after that, you will write below module dot exports. In React, you have idea export meaning is what? Export meaning is we are going to use this module somewhere else. Okay, so for that purpose, we have written for export. Mongoose.model. What will be the name of your particular module? We have to write here. So for example, let me write for my user. And in that we will pass the user table structure. So this is nothing but you wrote the schema for your table. The code came to your chat. This is nothing but we wrote the schema for the table, like structure for the table. What are the column and what should be the data type, and after that field should be required or optional. So this table, right? This table, full name, age, mobile, education you have written. So inside the MongoDB, it will create a table. Table name will be my user. If you remember, you have created here called product, right? Product. Now in product, these all are the columns. It will create one more table. That table name will be my user, and inside the my user, full name, age, mobile, and education. There will be 4 columns added by us. One more column will come by default. So let's write it and let me know have you done. Once the module is ready, after that we can go for the routing and we will integrate this file. Our server is running, database connection is also ready. Now here we created a table. This table we given to MongoDB. Okay, and we given the name also. That my table name will be my user. Database connection is established in the my server file. So from there, now we need to link this user file with next file. So what should be the next step? Complete this. Then we'll see the next. Complete this, then we'll see the next. So hope everyone have completed. Code I have sent in your chat. So suggestion is from tomorrow, you please be in the Zoom also as well as laptop or mobile, both the places. I will also log in WhatsApp. So wherever required to share the code, I'll keep sharing you. 4 people have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other also should try. So in models, you have created user.js file. Come to the roots. Inside the roots, also create a file called. Inside the roots, also create a file user.js only. Or maybe we can write user router. Or hold on, user router you will write or user API. Wait. User API you write better. User API.js. It will be helpful. Name should be different. Else you will feel user is in model. User is only router. So both name is compulsory to be same. No, it is not compulsory that both should be the same. Both can be different also. So user API file will hold all the URL, saving the data, listing the data, deleting the data, updating the data of user table. The user table you have created. In user table, you will save the data, list the data, delete the data. that data will come from the front end. So those listing, saving, deleting API, where you will write. So for that we wrote this file called user API. Now come in user API and import the express as well as import the, so first import the express, then come down const router equal to express.router. Express.router. Router equal to express.router. Router equal to express.router. Written. Now right below module.export. Module.export. उधर बैठिए हम कॉल करेंगे. हाँ. Module.export. Module.export equal to router. Module.exports equal to router. Modules.export equal to router. Right? Next, after that, come down. You have created one file today, if you remember, user.js. Inside the user.js, you have given the table name here, my user. Remember? So come now in API file, const my user equal to require / folder name models / user. So inside the user file, under the user file, we have created a model. Model name is my user. Before that, you have written export also. You have written here called module.export. Module.export. Which one? Folder name I think we are given wrong. We are given called models. It should be modules. Okay, anyhow, we can check it later. So this my user you are importing here now. My user equal to required particular. Okay, my user required, write it. My user we are going to use further, don't worry. So you wrote it here. See, still you are doing the configuration. Don't lose your patience. Once this files will be ready, you will feel very comfortable. Then you will remember entire flow. Okay, just for hold for some time. So hope you have done till now. Come down, and in this file you will write. Router.get. Remember there we used to write app.get. Same scene is coming again. Router.get / comma request response fat arrow. Inside you will write console.log or console.log. I will write. We have got response variable here. Response.status status. Response.status 200. Response.status only, not status code. Status 200 .json, or you can write response.send. Send is not coming here. Response.send is not coming. Let me look into my previous file. response dot send. Instead of that, we can write anything. So here all are dynamic code. Correct. So it will be something response dot async commit is written here. No problem. We can write here response dot status, status status. Send the status 200. After that, dot JSON message welcome home, welcome user API. Because the data what you are going to send to user, it should be in the form of JSON. From front end to back end communication will happen, it should be in the form of JSON only. So add this one line, then we will come to the next step. In the next step, one line we can write and we can test that application is working or not. Okay, so what we have written. So here only we are going to write get, post, put, update and delete. Okay, get, post, delete, update only we are going to write here only. So next after this, we will come directly to the my server, and in my server, we will be importing this line directly, something like this. In my server file, you will write here all const user router, it is a variable name, equal to require dot slash roots slash your file name user API. After that, app.use account is nothing but we are creating a URL per account. Okay? Account colon this router user. So how it will work? It will work in this way. It will work like http colon slash localhost colon 1122 slash account. This way it will work. Okay, so user API we imported here. After importing, in user API what we have written? Only one get method. Okay, database communication we have not done still. So we wrote here, then we called under the right from the roots folder user API we called and stored under the user router, and then user router we assigned to account. Slash will be in the beginning. You have to use slash account. Okay, slash account. So in user table, whichever the data we want to send and receive, localhost colon 1122 slash account slash. Okay, account means directly get on the same URL, on the account URL only. You have to post also, you have to get also, you have to delete also, you have to update also. URL will be only one. Okay, on same URL all activity will happen. So save it, and after that we will work on this tomorrow. So whoever are logging today, log in tomorrow also. Tomorrow will be very exciting environment. You will understand the complete flow. We will install a test client. We will install not test client. We will install the REST client, and which API we have created. We will test through the REST client, saying like get is happening or not, post is happening or not. Okay, without React also we can save, list, edit, delete, everything we can do through the REST client. That we will be understanding tomorrow. Okay, okay then. I have written this file. Which one? My user. The REST API word itself is difficult, no? So definitely little syntax complexity will come. Okay, and then we'll see you tomorrow.